Hello again. I'm going to go soul fishing tomorrow down at Hythe. So what I thought I'd do is because it's going to be dark, I'm going to get down there about 5 o'clock in the morning, fish into daylight. I thought what I'd do is give you an idea of the rigs and the bait, so that tomorrow, if we get lucky enough to catch a few sole, you'll see what we caught them on. First rig is 150 gram plain lead, quite long snoods, 2 hook rig, and on each hook on the rig I've put a small 15 gram lead, so that will nail that bait to the bottom, because sole, being flatfish, they prefer their bait right hard to the deck. And the same with the top hook, just a tiny little, basically it's a little freshwater olivet, but it does the job perfectly. Also what I do, because we're only using number 6 hooks, very small hook as you can see, I personally always put a little bend in them. I find that it holds and hooks the fish a lot better, so all it is a little pair of pliers, hold the barb, just twist it a tiny bit, doesn't need to be a lot, and it just puts a little bend on the hook, and you'll find that will help keep the fish on. If the crabs are a problem, and they could be, they'll be snapping in that bait really quickly because it's on the bottom. I've got a second rig here, and this one, similar sort of build, but what it's got, unlike the other one, is floats just above the hook. Now this will fish just off bottom, so when it's laying on the bottom, it should be something like that in the tide. It will be sort of near the bottom, but it'll be bouncing a little bit on the bottom. Again, just a small number 6 hook, same thing, put a little bend on the hook, and that will also catch other species, mackerel, gurnard, anything that is pelagic that might be up in the water a little bit. That's quite a good one for getting them. With the bait, what we've got tomorrow, courtesy of my good friend David, is some stinky lug. It's about 4-day-old black lug, but as you can see it's very limp and very sticky, but if you whack it on the paper, it comes back just ideal for the sole. And as bait size goes, I mean, you can see by the size of the hook, I'll get 3 baits out of just that one lug. They don't need a lot of bait, the old sole, because they've only got very small mouths. What I tend to do, not everybody does, but what I tend to do is I use a little bit of elasticated cotton, so that when I put the lug on, because it is older lug and it is a little bit loose, when I put it on the line, on the hook, I take it past the knot, and then I'll whip a small section of it with the elasticated cotton. This will stop the sole being able to suck the lug off the hook without getting caught. You'll find that he can get some of it, but then he'll have to work hard for the last bit, and hopefully that last bit will nail him. So that's just a rough idea of what we're going to be doing tomorrow morning. I will be taking the camera, might be a bit shaky in the dark, but we'll see how it goes, and hopefully we'll get a few Dover sole.